A Tale of Two Flights, my Qatar Airways business class. Experience by Suzanne Moore. Member of the Culture Traveler team, they say Qatar Airways has the best business class in the sky. And to be fair, it is not just marketing. The airline has won that title more than once. As someone who has built a life around thoughtful luxury travel, flying in the famed Q-Suite had long been on my personal list of must-do experiences. So I booked it. Qatar Airways business class from Singapore to Doha, and then onward from Doha to San Francisco. I was ready for glamour at altitude. What I got instead? A tale of two flights, same cabin, two very different worlds. Singapore lounge experience, delightful. Eventually, the journey began at Singapore's Changi Airport, often described as the best airport in the world, except when you arrive early for a Qatar Airways flight. The lounge? Closed for hours. And when I asked for wheelchair assistance, the Qatar early check-in team looked at me like I had just requested a private runway. Absolutely clueless, so I waited. And waited. Eventually, the lounge opened, and to its credit, it was lovely, calm, stylish, and restorative. But the true highlight? One of the best martinis of my life. Cold, clear, perfectly balanced, ordered in the style of my personal hero, Mr. James Bond. Shaken gently, so as not to bruise the vodka, not stirred. Now, I should tell you, I come by my 07 loyalty, honestly. Have I ever told you about the time I met the man of my fantasies? I was in the Admiral's Club, naturally, seated in the VIP section, reading quietly when I noticed a pair of impeccable gray flannel trousers settle in beside me. I thought nothing of it until I heard the voice. I looked up, foolishly grinning before I even knew why, and there he was, Sean Connery. He caught my eye, smiled, and gave the slightest dip of his head. My life? Complete. But I digress. Back to the martini. A perfect sip. In a quiet moment, wearing my mother's pearls, as I always do when I travel, channeling Bond and savoring the kind of elegance that survives even the longest travel days. Flight 1. Singapore to Doha. A dream. With a few cracks. The first leg, 8 hours in the much-hyped Q-Suite. And I will admit, it was mostly fabulous. Fully enclosed private suite, luxurious lie-flat bed, a cushioned mattress pad that let me sleep in peace. Crew that was warm, professional, and genuinely kind, beautifully presented food. But when I asked about caviar, a staple of luxury flight service, I got this. We do not serve caviar on morning flights. Darling, we took off at night. Still, aside from that strange logic and a touch of inconsistency, the flight was a dream. I reclined, sipped, napped, and for a few hours felt exactly as I had hoped I would. Spoiled in the best possible way. Where luxury, sort of, lives. The lounge in Doha after landing in Doha, I had an 11-hour layover at the famed Al Morjan Business Lounge, a space so vast and marble-drenched, I half expected Daniel Craig to saunter through in a tux. The space? Jaw-dropping. The food? Underwhelming. Tepid pasta, anyone? The service? Flawless. Because I needed mobility assistance, I was wheeled to the restroom multiple times, and each time staff treated me with grace, patience, and true kindness. This was the kind of attention luxury brands should deliver, and so rarely do. The shower suites were immaculate and deeply appreciated. After more than 20 hours of travel, a hot shower in a tranquil space felt like a personal reset button. Flight 2. Doha to San Francisco. Where dreams go to die, this is where the story changes. 15 hours, same Q-Suite, but everything that was. Magic on the first flight evaporated. The crew? Cool, detached, and about as warm as a pre-boarding announcement. The mattress pad? Laughably thin. Caviar? Still missing. Lauterbach truffles? Nowhere to be found. Wi-Fi? Broken, and I had to pay for it. Let us be clear. I recently flew Emirates first class. Review already published, and spent part of the flight video calling friends mid-air, sipping Dom Perignon while they turned a delightful shade of pistachio green with envy, and it was all complimentary. This was a luxury experience on mute. And then, the final blow. Broken Rimowa and missing Chanel. Arriving in San Francisco, I assumed the worst was behind me. I was wrong. One of my Rimowa large suitcases rolled out broken wide open, contents scattered, across the baggage claim floor, and 2 of my prized Chanel bags missing. Now, this was not just any suitcase. It was part of a matching Rimowa set, gifted to me 4 years ago by my son and daughter-in-law, chosen so traveling Glamma, or Mama Bear as they lovingly call me, could overpack in style. Seeing it cracked open like an overripe melon, personal items exposed to the airport abyss, and beloved handbags gone without a trace was gutting. The Qatar personnel at SFO? Shrug. Report. Move along. There was no urgency, no apology, just the sense that I should consider myself lucky the rest of my belongings showed up at all. It was the final gut punch in a journey that started with high hopes and ended with a deep sigh. Final boarding call, spoiled rotten, and absolutely right, am I spoiled? Yes, gloriously. But when you sell yourself as the best airline in the world, luxury is not a perk. It is a promise. And inconsistency is not quirky. It is a letdown. Same airline, same Q-Swite, same traveler. One flight was a polished dream. The other was a crash landing in couture. Would I fly Qatar again? Maybe, but next time, I will pack my own mattress pad, carry my Chanel in my lap, and book Emirates just in case.